Hello and welcome back to Strange Antiquities. I started playing this game for Try It Tuesday. I did the free demo and it was so cool that I went and bought the full game. Now I am about to start day 6. In this video I'll be covering days 6, 7, and 8. Let's see what happens next in Strange Antiquities. Helena Appleton. I can never get any peace in my house. When am I to find time to do my writing? I've tried beeswax, but that makes my ears sore, and besides I can still hear the shouting and banging at all hours. Why is there shouting and banging in your house, Helena? I heard you might be able to help me. Do you have a poltergeist, or do you just have a very loud family? Well, she doesn't get to have a card here in the character cards, I guess. St. John's Anvil. These items have much in common with the St. John's poppy plant of the same name, a fact that is reflected in their designs. They have quite different uses, however. Whereas the plant helps to overcome deafness, an anvil will dampen sound. They can even be tuned to filter out certain noises, but allow others to be heard still. Didn't we just pick up an item recently? That muffled sound, yeah. Sounds are muffled in its presence. But I don't know, I mean, shouldn't it have like flowers on it if it's similar to the poppy plant? Or are these similar to the leaves of the flower? Let's take a look. Yeah, okay. It's got St. John's leaves on it. Yeah, this has got to be it. This has got to be it. So the shape of the leaves. Alright. Let's recommend that one. The leaves in the design are similar to the leaves in the sketch of the plant. Yep, I noticed that. Closer inspection reveals that it does indeed muffle sound. We got it. And we got another page. Barton Potter. You must be the thaumaturge's apprentice. I bet he's a hard man to work under. He's helped me out more than once in the past, though. And speaking of the past, my eye has been aching again lately. That can't be a good sign. I'd be willing to make a fair trade for an Elva stone if you have one. What's an Elva stone? Elva stones can be used to relieve the discomfort caused by otherwise incurable ailments such as Braxis or burning blood. The planetary metal used in these items is associated with the Selenic discipline, a connection that is also reflected in their design. The metal used is associated with the Selenic discipline. Selenic. Selenic totems. Okay. Selenic has to do with night. The sleep vessel. See if we look here in the book of symbols. Selenic is one of the 2 celestial thaumic disciplines. Means of the moon. And the planetary metal for the moon is silver. So I think that means that it would be made of silver. Alright, so silver and maybe having a moon shape or crescent shape. Maybe this? Silver, 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 and stone. An ethereal quality to it. This is just stone and gold. Okay, I don't think that would be it. Stone and bronze with a pinkish gemstone. No, I don't think that's it either. I think this was made of tin, not silver. Yeah. And this was made of iron. Yeah. This is made of silver and gold. I don't think that's it. I'm going to go with this one and hope that I'm right. Woohoo! The design features crescent moons, a reflection of the selenic. The metal is silver associated with the moon. Oh, we discovered an item. Oh, right, he traded us. Okay, thank you for that. Yep, I'm definitely running out of room. Oh, I think I can put some stuff down here, though. Maybe I should put my books down here. Alright, there, I rearranged the shop a little bit. Oh, and let's look in here. What have we got? The Relic Hunter, Barton Potter. Intelligent, affable, heroic. These are the words that Barton Potter would use to describe himself. Irresponsible, impulsive, and foolhardy are some of the more tasteful terms that those who have dealt with him might use. One thing is not in dispute. He knows how to track down objects, and he certainly knows their worth. He's also no coward, and he bears the scars to prove it. He's one of the few who have ventured into the depths of the catacombs and lived to tell the tale. And tell the tale he does at the slightest provocation. Ooh, he sounds interesting. Verona Green is back. I've been doing some reading. See what you make of this. Make of what? Ambra. These items cause mental fog, a withering of intellect and thought. They are slow to work, requiring several hours to have any effect, though through prolonged use they can cause the whites of the eyes to turn black and the subject to become deeply disoriented. They produce a noctic field. So these people whose eyes are turning black have been carrying around ambras? That fisherman they found yesterday had been up at Wyatt Beck, so I'm going to see if I can find anything out there. What's Wyatt Beck? Here I go again, sticking my nose into trouble because I don't seem to be able to listen to that part of me that says, go put the kettle on and let someone else deal with it for a change. Yeah, I understand that. When something needs doing, some people are doers. It's bloody-minded arrogance to follow that thought up with, but there isn't anyone else. But here we are, and here I am. Yep. Good for you, Verona. They'd do it all wrong anyway. I like her. So what exactly? Let's look in the book. I want to see the picture. Oh, okay. A noctic field. Am I going to have to figure out which objects have a noctic field? Because I've got this paper about thalamic fields. So maybe I've got to figure out what objects are cursing everyone. But I don't think... I'm suspecting that this is a thalamic lens, but I don't think it's complete because there's a repeating pattern around the edge. And it's missing some tiles, so maybe I've got to find the other tiles. But I've looked all around the shop, and I don't know where those other tiles might be. Francis Mason. I have been wearing a pendant that I found in the library, and it does something to me. It gives me an appetite for reading that I cannot control. I was lost in the library for 3 days without eating or sleeping before I managed to take the pendant off and escape. It is rather pretty, though. Someone told me I need a Cusick purifier and that this is the place to get one. A Cusick purifier. A small topaz gemstone known as the Eye is placed in a strong-smelling liquid, usually some potent barley spirit or vinegar. Small tokens, such as rings or amulets perhaps, submerged in the liquid and left for a full cycle of the moon, are cleansed of simple imbued curses or hexes. Of course, there is a limit to the effectiveness of this process. So she likes the jewelry and wants to wear it, but she doesn't want the effect of being stuck in the library because she's obsessed with reading. I think I know exactly what item she needs. Yellowed paper, green glass, cool and smooth, papery. It has a strong odor, and when I shake it, it rattles like there's something inside of it. I have nothing to remark. And I think this is the symbol for vinegar, because I looked at that in the book before. Yep, right there, vinegar. Yep. It's probably that bottle. The label bears the symbol for vinegar. Closer inspection reveals that there is a small object rattling inside. So I guess she can use that to lift the curse off of the jewelry and then continue wearing the jewelry. More pages for our book. And let's get another customer. Simone Green. I've been working on something that you might find interesting. Did you know that nobody knows who built Strange Antiquities? It's very old, perhaps the oldest building in Undermere, according to some accounts. Oh, that's the shop that we're in, Strange Antiquities. Even Eli doesn't know all of its secrets. I've been decoding a journal that he found. It's slow work, but I've made a bit of a breakthrough recently. Have you discovered the plinths below the counter? I have learned that they can be used to access the shop's hidden depths. And this journal holds some of the keys. Here's something I discovered late last night. See what you make of it. The plinths. Alcove key, horned shackle, evocant, and then a moon something. The writing is dense and spidery, so it's not always easy to decipher. Oh, I think I know. The plinths, these three things here. Okay, horned shackle, an evocant. That's this one. And then a moon something. Okay, let's look in here. A moon something. Moonstone Guardian? Or... a Selenic totem. Because Selenic totems are known as moon hearts. There it is. Oh, wow. What did we find? I can't set it on the counter. There we go. More tiles for the board. I was just saying, where are we going to find more of these tiles? And then she showed up. Oh, and these are some drinking vessel kind of things. I guess that's all we can do here. Oh, and they've gone back where they were before. And now I have all of this stuff. I'm clicking and dragging them down to the board here. And let's take a look at this. A green gemstone. A dark wood. Yew, perhaps. It has a pleasant scent that reminds me of the forest. Oh, I like that. Well, I think this is also made of yew. Yeah. So let's put this with this since they're both made of yew. Alright, and we've done that one. Check. So let's put it up here in our archive. And let's take a look at these things, whatever they are. Color and composition. They're made of wood. Dark purple gemstones. Rough. It has a sharp, strong odor, sharp but not entirely unpleasant. Nothing to remark. Wood. Hard and somewhat rough. Sharp aroma. I don't know if they need to go down there, but that's where I'm putting them for now. Wood, oak, if I'm not mistaken. Sharp aroma. Alright, well, let's put these over here. Not sure what we need those for, but we have them now. And we have another character card, the librarian. Is she related to Verona Green? Maybe that's her mother or her aunt or something? Simone Green finished reorganizing the Ambleside Library and came to Undermere in search of a new challenge. She took up swimming in the lake after hearing about the health benefits of cold water, but soon found that she preferred the health benefits of a warm blanket, a roaring fire, and a good book. She manages the collections at the Wordsworth Library, following in her mother's footsteps by taking a special interest in occult writings. Alright, so maybe this is her mother. I think I can see the family resemblance. Oh, that was cool, though. We opened up a whole new area and unlocked a whole bunch of stuff. Let's see if we can figure out where these tiles go. All right, if we follow the pattern, where would this one go? Oh, up here. See, because it's like, it kind of looks like a bow and arrow, and the symbol for Venus, and then these hourglasses. So we're just repeating the pattern. And then this one, the little triangle, goes after the Z, so it would go over here. So we just need one more tile, and this will be complete. And then maybe we'll be able to start reading the fields. The thalamic fields. Jim Wolfe. After years of working in the Thunder and Mill, I'm afraid I'm quite deaf now. I've tried St. John's Poppy, but I'm looking for a more permanent solution. I would love to be able to hear my niece's laughter. Aww. Hearing charm. Hearing charms take the form of animals known for their hearing, a simple trinket that amplifies sounds. While generally used by the hard of hearing, they are a curiosity that can be enjoyed by young and old alike. And of course, they have more devious applications too, making it possible to eavesdrop on private conversations. Okay. A trinket that amplifies sound. and usually looks like an animal known for its hearing. Well, bats have really good hearing. Ooh, every sound has become both louder and clearer. But it's got this black gemstone. With white striations. That's onyx. A stone of night and darkness. There are some who fear it and some who are seduced by it. Well, I don't want to give him anything evil, but I think that's the object we're looking for. This pendant is in the shape of a bat, an animal known for its hearing. Closer inspection confirms it enhances hearing ability. And we have another page for the book. And we have helped another customer, and now we are closed. It's the end of day 6. Let's see what strange story we're told tonight. At camp that night, one of the pair had awoken with pain in his left eye. He was alert to the threat at once, recognizing 2 things at the same time. 1, a part of his mind was not his own, and 2, the casket wanted to be opened. Dragging my finger and tracing this. Looks like a girl dancing. Or pointing. Oh, she's pointing. The maiden in the tower points the way. I am buried among the trees. The maiden in the tower points the way. Are there towers? There's Hardwick Tower. Well, am I supposed to search all of these towers? Is there some other kind of tower in Undermere? There's Galfrey's Tower. Number 22. Where is that one? Oh, out here. Oh, I'm gonna go check it out. I climb the narrow, winding stair to the top of the tower and am rewarded with views across Lake Undermere. I am not alone in the tower. Standing in the center of the circular platform is a statue of a young woman, the maiden. Her outstretched arm points due east across the rooftops of Undermere and beyond. Oh, so here's the maiden and she's pointing due east. Alright, so due east from Galfrey's Tower would be here? Or the boatyard. I've already been to the boatyard. Well, gosh, it could be anything due east. It said it was due east. She's pointing and beyond. So, over the rooftops. So it could be here, 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 here. Anywhere due east, across over the rooftops. Do we have any other kind of hint? I am buried among the trees. Okay. So we gotta find trees due east here in the mossy wood. That was it. See, now the card's vanished. I find what I'm looking for in a small cavity carved into a sturdy oak tree. I look around, half expecting to see someone, but there's nobody there. I take my prize and leave, feeling my mood lifted by the smell of damp moss and the gentle rush of wind through the treetops. Oh my gosh, what did we find? So many artifacts hidden all over this town. Iron and gold. And 3 gemstones. Pitted. Huh. Oh, Verona Green is back. I walked up the beck a mile or so in the cold and wet yesterday and found a section with a handful of dead fish floating in it, belly up, and blackened they were. I'm not sure what to make of it, but I don't like it. I'm on my way to Calgarth Hall now. I spoke to Dr. Robertson earlier, and she said the 2 women they found there are still in the same state as the others, in a trance and eyes all black. Before I go, Anna Bryant asked me to drop this off. Should I know who Anna Bryant is? When we were kids, we used to explore an abandoned house on the lakefront. We'd take a boat out to the northern tip of Naylor Island and row across from there. You know the one I'm talking about, second from the left in the row of 4. I found myself outside its door 3 days ago, and I went inside for old time's sake. I wish I hadn't. It had always had an ominous feel to it. It has taken me the last 3 days to summon the courage to write this letter, but I think it's better you see for yourself what's out there. Yours in faith, Anna Bryant. Okay, so that gives us something to explore in the town. Let's see exactly what her letter says. An abandoned house on the lakefront. A boat out to the northern tip of Naylor Island. Okay. The northern tip of Naylor Island. Well, we were just here looking at the tower with the maiden in it. Okay, a boat past the northern tip of Naylor Island. And row across from there. Second from the left in the row of 4. Well, here's the lakefront, Lake Undermere, and here's the northern tip. Second from the left. So 1, 2, this one? I don't know exactly what I was expecting to find. Anna's letter was quite vague after all, but I certainly wasn't prepared for this. In an alcove of the house, peering out through loose mortar and crumbling brick, is a macabre shrine of sorts. The skull of a stag is mounted above the opening, its antlers smeared with a dark red substance, and large melted candles pool out onto the wooden floor on either side. Ooh. In the center of the altar, there is a small iron chest, rusted and fused to the floor. It's clear that it has been here for a long time. I do not see any hinge or keyhole or any way of opening it at all. But after a while, I notice an inscription that says simply, "I open to the voice." Well, let's put this in our archive. I open to the voice. The voice. What in the world does that mean? Let's consult our grimoire. Can we look up voice? Oh, no, voice isn't in here. How about stag? No. Oh, right. There's an object called the Voice of Cernunnos, and he is a horned god. The bronze torque, of course, right here. The chest opens to reveal a golden totem. I can't imagine who would have stashed it here or why, but it doesn't look like they're coming back for it anytime soon. Oh, a little golden kitty. Let's examine it. Yeah, it's made of gold with a pink gemstone in the belly. Warm and smooth. Well, let's put it over here with the animals. Lester Crowley. I apologize if this inquisition is an imposition to your disposition. It is not my intention to bring to your attention a matter of contention. I have an inclination to perform an incantation of flirtation. For your part, a leaden heart of the thalamic art. A lead heart. Let's see what that is supposed to be like. These items depict the god Cernunnos, there he is again, in his non-human form. They are heavier than they look due to a core of lead hidden by a more modest exterior. They are said to kindle romantic interest and are sometimes given as wedding gifts. Maybe this clay object here? Let's see if we can find out how heavy it is. Oh yeah, it's even heavier than 2 pounds, which is way heavier than this should probably be since it's made out of clay. And Cernunnos is the horned god, so in his natural form, maybe he looks like a stag? I think this is it. Clues. Using the index, I can remind myself that Cernunnos has antlers, suggesting his non-human form could be a deer. Using my weighing scales, I confirm that the item is heavier than it looks. We have some more pages for the book. And he can go romance whoever it is he's trying to romance. I don't know. I feel kind of weird giving somebody a love charm. But then all of this stuff is weird, I guess. Angus Eaton. Oh, you're not Eli. I'm returning an item he asked me to repair. The mechanism was mangled, but I've replaced all the springs and given it a clean. Good as new. Okay, Angus. Thank you. I know where that goes. It's a flower. I bet it goes in here. Right here. There's a vague outline of a flower. Oh, it won't stay there. Is there some way to interact with this? There's hinges right here, like it's gonna open. Let's examine it. Made out of gold, and it has a black gemstone in the center. It's got a little notch right here. Smooth. Maybe I have to identify exactly what kind of object it is first before I can stick it in there, or maybe somebody's got to come in and talk to me about it. I'll put it right there for now. Eli White is here. Maybe he'll talk to me about it. It wasn't my intention to leave you unattended for this long, but I'm afraid that I am going to need to rely on you for a little longer. Yeah, I'm handling it. It's cool. It's all good. The Order of the Black Veil seemed more concerned by the ravens than the black-eyed state that Mr. Hungerford was found in. Yeah, and 2 other ladies, too, according to Verona. They said that it would take a very powerful force indeed to upset them like that. Or was it Verona? She was talking about the fish, though, right? Unfortunately, they either weren't able or weren't willing to talk any further on the subject. Maybe they're behind it all. I mean, with a name like Black Veil. I was hoping to avoid it, but I must go to Oxford and the Bodleian Library. I will be gone for a few days at least, perhaps longer, but you seem to be handling yourself well here. Yeah, I'm good. Can you tell me about this flower medallion over here? I do not see eye to eye with the head of collections at the Bodleian, but I do know that he takes an interest in horticulture. Okay. I will take him a Scythian charm to smooth things over between us. Okay, can you point to the Scythian charm though? That would help. I mean, I'm sure you know which one it is. Now you gonna make me work for it. Okay. Older Scythian charms are carved out of wood, but the more powerful designs make use of the planetary metals. No two are identical. They are used by horticulturists to encourage stubborn plants to thrive. They change with the weather, usually quite cold, but warm and tingly to the touch while it is raining. Oh, and it just happens to be raining today. I gotta just like walk around and touch everything until I tingle. Well, we've already identified a lot of things in here, so maybe it won't be too hard. Ooh, it's warm and vibrating with energy. And it's got leaves on it. These are oak leaves. Gold and silver, which I think are planetary metals. See if we look in the symbolism book. Planetary metals are gold and silver here, as well as iron, copper, lead, tin, and quicksilver. Alright, I'm gonna try this one. We got it! The item is made of gold and silver, planetary metals. The leaves hint at the horticultural use of the item, and closer inspection reveals the item vibrates in the wet weather. Yes, it does. Oh, the diverging hook. This was mentioned in one of those weird story things that happen in between each day. I don't know if they're dreams or some kind of alternate story or what they are. Francesca Robertson is back. I'm at a loss with these patients. You're losing patience with your patients? They aren't responding to anything I've tried so far, and I haven't been able to find anything in the literature that fits their symptoms. I am finding that they become violent if they aren't restrained, and they are always trying to leave. Why don't you follow them, see where they go? If nothing else, Dranthium tea from a restful mether might get a moment of lucidity out of them, but if you've got any ideas, then I'm all ears. Restful mether or witch's finger. Let's see what those are. I'm going to start with the witch's finger. Witch's fingers are said to be the severed digits of the Witch of Undermere. They are capable of inflicting intense pain, but the goal is supposedly purification of the body. A most unpleasant experience, but a last resort that has cured some and finished off others. High Green Church, home of the witch. Ooh. I don't like the sound of that. Restful mether. A mether is a thaumaturge's link to the inner mind. A hot tea made from the Dranthium plant is drunk from them, taking on different properties depending on the type of mether. Oh, so maybe this is a mether, these mugs that we found. This particular type can be used to enter a meditative state and bypass the rush and clutter of consciousness, promoting clarity of thought. Alright, so if the patients drink the tea out of this, it might help them. Let's see, we've got 3 of them over here. No, don't go on the shelf. I want you to go right there. There you go. But which one we need, I don't know, because in the book, it's got the 3 handles on it, and it looks like it's made out of wood. Well, I think this one looks more like the one that's in the book. And since this one's got an oak leaf and this one has a constellation, it seems like these are a little more specific to something else. I'm gonna try this one. Nope, that wasn't it. I should slow down and think this through more carefully. I was thinking as hard as I could. How about that one? Nope. Well, I mean, I've only got one left. That's this one. If that ain't it, I don't know what is. This item resembles the drinking cup in the sketch. Does it, though? I mean, the other cups did, too. It has several embedded iolite gemstones, stones of peace. Oh, okay. Well, I don't think that's... Iolite's not quite that color whenever I've seen it, but okay. Which hint at its ability to induce a meditative state. Okay, I should have looked in the gem book. Here, this one. See, amethyst is a stone of containment. It looked more purple to me, like amethyst. And this is iolite. I don't know. When I've seen iolite in real life, it's a little more blue than that. Not quite that purple. Calming stone of peace and safety. But okay, I should have looked in the gem book because the cup had gems on it. My bad. Rebecca Rose. I've come to thank you for sharing the wonder of the Aries remnant with me. It has changed my life. I'm still getting to grips with it, but already I'm feeling my way back to painting again. Oh, that's good. Thank you for telling me. Thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. Oh, I didn't get to see her painting? I hope I do when she's all done with it. That's the end of the day. Let's see what kind of strange dreams we have tonight. He knew what he had to do. Without hesitating, he took hold of his diverging hook and used it to cut away the infected part of his mind before it could spread and consume him entirely. Yikes. Can you imagine trying to do brain surgery on yourself? I can't even imagine that. I am dragging with my finger. This looks like a chess piece. The rook. I am closest to the sunset, but furthest from the sunrise. Well, let's look at our map. Closest to the sunset would be to the west, and furthest from the sunrise. Sunrise is in the east. The bleak stones. Well, we've already been out to Galfrey's Tower. Ooh, maybe Jacob's Folly. A folly is like kind of a fake structure, like Victorians would build them in their gardens or whatever to look like ruins or to look like a tower or to look like a little castle or something like that, but it wasn't real. They weren't like real medieval ruins. So let's try that. That's my guess. Lady Rosalind built the folly in memory of her husband, lost to the lake, or so the story goes. Now it stands wind-worn and empty, overlooking the water. I checked the turret just in case. Nothing but dust and old stones. Love doesn't leave much behind. All right, it wasn't the folly. Let's try looking at the other map and see if there's anything that makes any sense here. In this map, closest to the sunset west would be this tower. Maybe this one? Ah, that was it! It was a tower in the castle. The view from the tower is quite beautiful, but it's what I find inside that catches my attention. In the middle of the room is an unlocked wooden chest, and within that, not one but two smaller wooden chests, along with a cryptic scrap of paper. Let's investigate. A purple gemstone. Bronze. Wood with bronze detailing. Oh, I love this. Can I open it? Maybe I shouldn't open it. Maybe there's something inside that I shouldn't open. Gold leaf on wood. Smooth and polished. There is an unpleasant sensation at the back of my skull. Ooh. I don't like that. Let's put these little wooden chests over here. And let's read this. Something by a diurnic seal. Object made from silver. Something a diurnic field. Don't know. Let's take it down here and leave it on our little Ouija board kind of thing. I don't know what this is, but we'll just leave it there for now. Let's start day 8. Francesca Robertson is back. The doctor. As if I didn't have enough on my plate right now, my sister Bonnie has been acting strange lately. Oh no, I hate to hear that. She never got over the death of our father. She's always blamed Mr. Potter for his role in it, and now, with all this happening, she's got it in her head that he's behind it somehow. Mr. Potter. I think he's the relic hunter. I'm worried she's going to do something stupid. If she comes in here, whatever you do, do not give her anything dangerous. Okay, thanks for the heads up. I want to give her a keepsake to let her know that she is still loved. I've seen people gifting one another wooden totems, but I don't know what they're called. Let's look at the book. A keepsake to let her know she's still loved. Let's see if we can look up love in the index. Love. Selenic totem. Carved totems, known as moon hearts, imbued with a sentiment or feeling such as love or joy and held tightly to recall the same feeling. They sometimes feature crescent shapes. That might be what she's talking about, the Selenic totem. I can't remember which one was the Selenic totem. There it is. Maybe this is it. It's a carved totem. The owl is associated with night. It bears a concealed crescent shape. It imparts a feeling of joy. Yeah? Thank you. Unfortunately, I have some bad news to share. Oh no. Jack Hungerford has not responded well to the Duranthium tea. If anything, he appears to have sunk deeper into the trance. I daren't try anything else in case I make things worse. Okay. Sorry to hear that. Do we know who Jack Hungerford is? Is he in my cards here? That's Edmund Bishop. That's Eli. The rest are ladies. So we got one more card. One more person to meet. Oh, sorry to wake you up, kitty. Verona Green says, those silly sods at Calgarth Hall wouldn't let me in to look around. It seems I've upset the little lord who lives there at some point in the past. Allegedly, I refused to perform an exorcism on his haunted house. He didn't like my suggestion that it might be the local kids playing pranks on him because he's a mean old git. I'm not so easily put off, though. Do you have a Tenebrin cloak I could use this evening? I've got some snooping to do. A Tenebrin cloak. Does it make people invisible? I didn't think I'd have to flip through so many S's. To get to the T's. There we go. A Tenebrin cloak. Upon activation, a Tenebrine cloak can create a sphere of enshrouding darkness that will cloak all within its reach. A single stone set in bronze gives power to these totems. Alright. Single stone set in bronze. Well, that's a sun bond, so that can't be it. This is a single stone. And it is bronze. It's turquoise. Let's see what turquoise represents in gemology. Turquoise isn't in here? Really? So we don't know what it represents. But I would think that there would be some kind of stone related to darkness and night, like this, like it would be onyx or something and not turquoise. Alright, but this is bronze. And that's a dark green gemstone and wood. And there's markings. I think these are markings for like some kind of alchemy stuff. Let's look. Yeah, phosphorus. And gold? Or cold. Phosphorus and cold, maybe. So I don't think that's it. Because I don't know what phosphorus and cold would have to do with what she's trying to do. It's bronze, but it doesn't have a stone in the middle. Alright, this is bronze, and it has a green gemstone in the middle. But these are all weather symbols. I don't think what she's trying to do has anything to do with the weather. I'm going to try this one because it is a single stone set in bronze, but it doesn't make much sense for it to be turquoise when turquoise isn't mentioned in the book. And also, I don't know how turquoise would be associated with cloaking oneself, but okay. Nope, that wasn't it. Yeah, alright. Yeah, I didn't think so because of the turquoise. Ooh, this is a single stone. It's in bronze. And it's a pinkish gemstone, which according to gemology is a stone of protection and enveloping night. So maybe this is it. I was thinking it was something she could wear around her neck, but maybe she can just carry this with her. Oh, that was it. This totem has a gemstone set in bronze. The gemstone is moonstone, a stone of enveloping night, which hints at its use in this item. Okay. We got it. And more pages for the book. And I rearranged the shop a little bit to put everything I've identified together. And it's also in alphabetical order on this shelf. And then the ones I've identified over here. So it's easier to see at a glance the items that I haven't identified yet. Oh, here's Barton Potter. Better watch out. Somebody's got it out for you. I bumped into Eli at the station yesterday before he left for Oxford. His train was late, so we had a brief chat, and he suddenly remembered something he wanted to tell you. I told him I'd pass on the message. Okay. What's your message? In other news, I've got a little something for you if you're interested. It's going to cost you, but it's worth it. A map of the catacombs. Another map! Very rare. Oh, now we can go search for things in the catacombs. Worth a lot to someone in your line of work, I imagine. And all I'm asking for in return is a valent. Well, let's read the note first. I keep forgetting to mention, it would be helpful for you to read Dr. Robertson's booklet on curses. You'll find it in the cupboard hidden in the counter. Okay. In here? In here? In this thing? Now can I use this medallion? Oh, still can't. Alright, well. I don't know which cupboard in the counter you're talking about, Eli. This one's locked. Alright, Valent. Let's get this guy a Valent. The holes in a Valent are of roughly equal size and spacing. They are used by the adventurous to help them find their way. A curious pulse can be felt where its power concentrates. Right, it has holes in it, and there's a curious pulse. This thing seems to have holes in it. It vibrates with energy. Is that the curious pulse? I think it is. It has holes and it vibrates with energy at the tip. I am the absolute worst. That was it. Identified. This item has evenly spaced holes. On closer inspection, I am able to feel the energy concentrated at its tip. That's what she said. We have a map to the catacombs. Oh, look at that. 1832. Look it. We can investigate crypts and coffins and graves and creepy things and bones. Oh, this is so cool. Alright, well, let's take it down here. I've been keeping my maps in here. And this, it would be helpful for you to read Dr. Robertson's books on curses. You'll find it in the cupboard hidden in the counter. This seems like the kind of thing that would hold a booklet. Oh. What? I can interact with it. Okay, hang on a minute. Look here. This one here, the bottom and the top. Okay, maybe we've got to get it. Is that it? I think it is. Now the notches line up with the notches. That was it. We got burning blood. Find the booklet on curses. What is this thing? Some kind of green organic material. Wood. Hard. Thin and delicate. On curses and their effects, a brief overview by Dr. F. Robertson. Black Heart, Praxis, Breath of Lyra, Burning Blood. Morgan's insanity, Noctic sight, the sapphire curse, Tormund's paralysis. Okay, we have another book to add to our shelf of books. We'll close that up. Can we take this? No. Can we get it back out? I'm left clicking and right clicking, but I guess it's there to stay now. That is really cool. All right, let's put this in the archive. Wow, this game just keeps getting more and more complex. I love it. Bonnie Robertson, I feel like I'm going crazy here. I know who's behind this madness. All these people with the pitch black eyes. But nobody is listening to me. I've seen it happen before. 7 years ago, my father died the same way. Well, since nobody will listen, I'm going to take care of it myself. A Corvin's Might, please, and I'll be on my way. We can give her a Gray's Grace or a Corvin's Might. Okay, so I think this is the sister of the doctor, Francesca Robertson, who came in and said, watch out for my sister. She's got it out for Barton Potter because she thinks he's responsible for our father's death. Don't give her anything evil. Well, she wants a Corvin's Might. Let's see what that is. A Corvin's Might, sometimes called an Eagle's Gift, is an assassin's tool that makes use of Wixic power. When the warrior queen Corvin was surrounded and close to defeat, a gift came to her from an unlikely source. With it, she turned the tide of battle and the legend of the Bloody Queen was born. These objects pay homage to the Bloody Queen's gift. Well, we don't want to give her that. Gray's Grace. Worn as a pendant to dispel melancholy, they share a design of a shadow catcher. Oh, I bet this... I know what this is. The shadow catcher design is on the shadow hold, which is this thing right here. See that design right there? That same design is on this pendant. I wondered about that. My heart feels lighter. Yeah, this is definitely it. Wonder why it's called a Gray's Grace, though. Because it's not gray, it's green. Using the index, I can find a sketch of a shadow catcher design in my book, a design that this item shares. Closer inspection reveals that it does indeed dispel melancholy. We got some more pages. Don't insult me, thaumaturge. This isn't some depression that can be cured with your little trinkets. I will get hold of a Corvin's Might. Okay, well, it won't be from me. Alright, it's the end of the day. Let's see what dreams we have tonight. What dreams may come. As his mind roiled in confusion, he watched through his remaining good eye as his partner lunged towards the satchel that contained the casket. To his horror, he saw that his partner's eyes were black. I'm tracing my finger over the touchpad. I'm not using a mouse. I don't use a mouse ever. I mean, even when I'm just doing computer stuff on the internet or whatever. Aggravates my shoulder. That looks like a gravestone. Maybe in the catacombs where we just got a map from Barton. Is there a gravestone that looks like that one? This one here for 1688. That was it. I squeezed through a partially collapsed passageway and emerged in a small chamber. Glinting in the flickering torchlight, I catch sight of a pendant draped across an old gravestone. Oh, that's really pretty. It reminds me of some of the things I make over on my website. I know I should mention, I think I've mentioned in other episodes that I actually have an online shop where I sell a lot of things like this. I don't usually promote it in my video gaming videos, but if you like this shop and you like the items that are sold here, you should check out my website, junkwitch.com. Brown shard of some kind. Black gemstone, orange gemstone, black gemstone. I like this. Leathery. Oh, it's leather. Okay, or like maybe a scale or skin or something. Like a dragon scale. Thanks so much for keeping me company while I played Strange Antiquities, and I do plan on continuing to play Strange Antiquities, so I hope you will join me in the next episode. Take care of yourselves until then. Bye!